Well, hello there. My name is Ashley Pfeiffer. I am the AF behind polishedAF. I am an independent GelMoment distributor in Canada. And if you are in Canada, the US, or Australia, you can shop with me. You can join my team. It's wonderful. So I am going to show you a side-by-side comparison of two of the removal processes that we have. One of them is Flake Off, which is like a gel brush on removal system, and the other is the more traditional pouch or foil on your finger that you're probably used to with the remover clip. So I actually just did a manicure, recorded the whole thing, didn't like it, so I thought instead of showing you the removal process on all 10 fingers, I'm just going to show you on the two that didn't turn out quite the way I wanted, and it won't take as long because who's got time for that? So I should also mention that after I'm done removing this, we are going to redo those two fingers. So there are a few things that we are going to need. One is some acetone, and I like it in this pump bottle. Another is just a cheap little brush, and that will be our cleanup brush, so that goes with the acetone. We need a GelMoment cuticle pusher, although an orange stick would work if you don't have this. We need a nail cleansing wipe. We need the Mystic Rain, which is the color that I have on, and some Clearly Frisky, because to get this shine, I'm not sure that you can see it, we are going to use one of the chrome powders. Last item is the GelMoment nail file, and this is just one of the mini ones. So I know this sounds like a lot of supplies, but really it's not. The other thing we need is a GelMoment lamp. So I'm just gonna put that there because that's where the little mat tells me it should go. Actually, we'll put it over there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do in removing is to buff off the polish. Now, I always recommend just laying down a wipe. This is, I should mention, this is the silicone mat. So lay down a wipe and then just using the white buffing or filing side, just rough up the nail. Now, I will tell you that there are a few coats on here. So I'm gonna rough it up real good. On my left hand, we will do Flake Off, and on my right, we will do the remover pad. You can use acetone and foil if that's what you're used to, but I would recommend that you give these a try. Don't knock it till you've tried it, right? So with Flake Off, actually, let's start with this one because it takes longer. That is one of the biggest differences between these two, is this takes about 5 to 10 minutes and this takes about 4 to 5 minutes. So let's start by taking this off. So it says to tear there, and there's a little film that you remove. Now we're going to, I'm not sure if you can see this, there's a little pad in there that's soaked with 33% less acetone. So that little, you want your nail to go underneath. Sorry, I'm struggling with words. And then that little strip that you tore off has adhesive, so you can wear it just like this, or you can use the remover clip, and that's what I prefer to do. Not essential, it's just a preference, so that keeps it on there. And then for this hand, I'm going to use Flake Off. So Flake Off is like a jelly. You brush it on, and it is the neatest feeling. It actually, it's like it shrinks and it tightens up your nail. It's kind of neat. So when I first started using this, I was being way too cheap. I will say it is hard to know how much is in here. Okay, so really coat it on. And I am going to set my timer for 5 minutes. And we will check in on this one, and this one should be ready to go. So I will be back momentarily. Okay, so it has been 5 minutes. If you can see here, the Flake Off is doing some funky stuff. So let's scrape that off first. I will tell you, it's really awkward having one of these clips on while you're trying to use your hands. Now, remember I did mention that I have a number of coats on here. Like I have 2 just regular coats of Mystic Rain before I even got to the chrome. And then the chrome that I chose had too much green in it, so I went over it. So that was yet another coat. So there's like 4 coats of polish on here. So please don't take this as a true side-by-side. Although that's what it's meant to be, but just know that there are like 2 extra coats on here. And I am still learning. Still trying to learn how much I need to put on there. So let's check the remover pad. And you can see that it's like the Clearly Frisky's peeling right off. So I am at least getting to my nail on this one. If you're worried about using a metal cuticle pusher on your nail, I will tell you that it's all in how much pressure you put. But since I've started this, I feel like I've watched like every nail tutorial possible. So I have heard that an orange stick, a wooden orange stick, is less damaging to the nail. So by all means, if you're comfortable with a wood orange stick, then stick with that. So I did the same prep to both nails, waited the same amount of time. So far, this one, in my opinion, is a winner. This is trying to get through a lot of coats, and it could be that this bottle is almost empty. It's impossible to tell how much is in there. Pull out my second bottle, and I will set that for 5 minutes again. Okay, so it has been another 5 minutes. You can see this is bubbling up nicely. Well, you could see if the lighting was better. Okay, so that took off another layer of the chrome. Oh, there's my nail. So I can kind of chip away at the end. Now, please remember that part of this is me still learning not to be so chintzy with it, because when we polish, when we use the gel polish, it's very thin coat, so it's training my mind to be a little more liberal with the flake off. So please don't take that as a knock against flake off. I also think that bottle was almost empty. So one more. Let's really pile it on there. It's a little goopy. Okay, and now for this finger. Now this was just to get the remainder off of the tip of my nail. And I have found with every manicure that I've done with GelMoment that it is always the tips of my nails that take the longest. And admittedly, I did not cap my nails on this one because, one, my nails are super short and it's tricky without getting polish all over my skin. But two, I also know that my manicure is not going to be around come this time next week because I will have redone, because I have so many colors and techniques and things that I want to try. So let's put that on. I was going to use flake off, but let's keep it where this one's the remover pad, this one is the flake off. So I am going to do this for just 3 minutes this time, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think we can leave it with 3 seconds. So it is pretty bubbled now, and look, it's coming right off. Now, if you don't get every little spot off, don't worry, you can buff some of it. I'm gonna stick that on there for the last tiny bit. There we go. So my preference is for the foil packets with the clips, but Flake Off does come in handy. I find that it is fantastic for getting the chrome powders off. But again, I am still learning. This could be totally on me that I didn't get it right. So I'm going to buff this nail. This is the small gray side. I think I need to open a new one. I'm just going to buff this. And if there's any polish on here, I'm going to use the white side and just file it off. I don't want to go crazy. This is my actual nail here. And then I'm going to take a nail cleanser and just wipe off my nail, get rid of any oil or grease or whatever. I'm going to plug in my deluxe lamp. So that is set for 45 seconds. The professional and deluxe lamps are both 45 seconds, and the 2-finger lamp, which is the beginner's kit, is 60 seconds. I have a professional, but this is the 2-finger lamp, so you just do that and then press. And the professional and deluxe, you just put your hand in there and it will automatically turn on. Okay, this guy should be good to go. And when you're using the remover pads, you can use the same ones on both hands. So when you're taking out your pads, you just take out 5. Okay, so I'm just going to file off the rest. Okay, give it a buff. Take that nail cleansing wipe. I'm going to keep this wipe around because I'm going to need it because we're going to be mixing a color here. So I'm going to take some of the Mystic Rain, and it doesn't have to go on the spot that says mix it up. I'm just silly like that. And I'm also going to take some of Chrome number 12, which is Spectrum. Open that up. And I'm just going to take a little bit with my cuticle pusher and put it in there. And then I can mix that up. I think we'll need a bit more polish than that. But I am going to do 2 solid coats of the Mystic Rain before I add this. I'm gonna let it drop. I don't want to get any glitter into the bottle. I think we can probably use a bit more of the chrome. So this is a way to make any of your colors sparkly, essentially. I'm gonna move this all into this little pile over here. This is a silicone mat, so nothing is sticking to it, as you can see. All over here. Now, I will tell you that you're going to have to either err on the side of caution and make more than you need, or measure how much you're using, because you're never going to be able to get the same amount just by eyeballing it. So you need to have enough for all your nails, is what I'm saying. Now, the other thing we need is from the Creativity Kit, I am going to use, because I don't want to get glitter in my polish, I am going to use one of the smaller brushes, and that will be to apply my polish. But first, I'm going to do 2 coats of Mystic Rain just straight from the bottle. So if this is your first time seeing a GelMoment manicure, embrace the gap. Don't go right to your cuticles on the ends or the sides or the end. And if you want it to last, you need to cap the end. But like I was saying, my nails are so short that it's hard to do. And err on the side of thin coats. You can always do more, but if you have too much polish on, it won't cure properly. You'll have bubbles and it just won't cure. So I'm taking just my cheap little brush and I'm going to get rid of any polish that goes on my finger, because it's easier to do that than to cure it and take it off. Now I think that's actually part of my nail. It goes kind of weird there. But if you go outside the lines in any spot, just take a little fine brush like this and some acetone, you're good to go. So I will repeat that on this side. And while I can use my left hand for quite a bit, I am not fully ambidextrous. So my left hand is never as steady as my right. And I really slopped there. Okay, so I'm going to do one hand at a time, just because it's awkward to put both ring fingers in there. Do not look at your lamp while it's on. You can take a peek and make sure, but trust me, you can hear that it's still on. If you keep looking at that light, you are going to have a killer headache. Ask me how I know. Oh, and always keep your bottle away from the light. It can be a very hard thing to remember, but these bottles are sensitive to light, so don't keep it in the sun, don't keep it in the way of your light. I actually shouldn't have that there. So I'll turn this. So I'm going to do one more coat of just the solid Mystic Rain on both of these fingers and cure them, and then I'm going to use our little glittery concoction. So now we're ready to use this. So this is like a middle of the line brush. It's not too big, not too small. So I am just going to brush it on. And if you wanted to put this on all of your nails, it would look gorgeous. I just want to have an accent nail. And this is actually one of the first manicures that I'm doing where I don't have a very different accent nail. Like it's just a little bit of glitter. Okay, and we are done. And this is not, you don't have to wipe it. There's nothing on there. It is good to go. So I will add some still photos. I'm still trying to figure out how to take good still photos. It's my fat, ugly hands. But I will try and show you so that you can see just how pretty the Mystic Rain is with this little bit of glitter. And lastly, I am going to wipe my brush. I don't want to have this glitter on there the next time I use it, because chances are I will not remember. And then if you wanted, you could use something else from the Creativity Kit. There are a bunch of dotting tools in here, so you could add some little other accents to your other nails, but I am good with just that one this time. And like I said, this is silicone, nothing is sticking to it. It's all, toss this in the garbage and we're done. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you will hit that big subscribe button below and you will catch a new video with me each and every week. And I thank you so much for watching. Please share with your friends, family, and I will post my current party link in the description. It's only open for 10 days, so I will try to remember to come in and change that after the fact, but you can shop with me anytime. You can always follow me on Facebook, polishedAF. I have a page and a group. So if you would like to know that the current host code and I don't have it posted below, then just send me a message and I will get that to you. So we'll see you soon. Bye.